I'm Monty McDaniel, and I'm going to give my speech on Elvis Presley, and my audience will be my grandpa,
Hello.
my Aunt Nailani, my Aunt Tabitha, and my uncles Ethan and Daniel, and my little brother Taj. I'll give my speech. As one of the most widely known names in the world, Elvis Presley truly earned his status as the king of rock and roll. Elvis is everywhere, including on my t-shirt, on the radio, television, even on many things that we all know today. Everyone knows his name. He has contributed much to the world of music and impacted many lives. And while you're listening to your favorite music, maybe blues, pop, or rock, it is important to remember that Elvis Presley was the king of music. Nearly every musician out there knows his face in music, perhaps even by heart. Without Elvis, where would music be today? On the early morning of January 8, 1935, in Tupelo, Mississippi, Gladys Presley gave birth to two twin sons. The first, Jesse Garin, was born stillborn. The second, Elvis Aaron Presley, was healthy and alive. In 1946, Elvis received his first guitar as an alternative to the bicycle that he wanted but his parents could not afford. After that, he began competing in county fairs and school talent shows where he thought that he would fail but eventually succeeded. Then in 1948, the Presley family moved to Memphis, Tennessee, where Elvis was influenced by the blues and jazz scenes of Beale Street. As he continued on his musical journey, Presley performed at fairs and school talent shows before he ventured to the Memphis recording services to create a demo acetate for his mother. He was discovered by Sam Phillips. Phillips, awestruck by Presley, grouped him with Scotty Moore and Bill Black. From the time he first recorded in 1953, Elvis began to grow in popularity as he sang country and western rock and roll and rhythm and blues music. By 1964, he was an international sensation. His hip shaking and pelvic gyrations brought him about much controversy as they were considered inappropriate and sexual, which made him increasingly popular with a generation of teens. As he spent much of the 1960s recording soundtracks and making movies, Presley starred in 33 motion pictures from 1956 to 1972, including Love Me Tender and Follow That Dream. Along with his film career, Elvis also won the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award, was named one of the top 10 outstanding young men of the nation for 1970 by the United States Junior Chamber of Commerce, and received his second-degree black belt in 1963, which he kept in his wallet until he died. But he didn't stop there. He also received 14 Grammy nominations from the National Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences, 3 of which he won, all for his gospel music. Some of his most popular songs were Love Me Tender, Hound Dog, Don't Be Cruel, and Heartbreak Hotel, which held the top spots on the charts for 8 weeks. Elvis continues to hold the records for the most top 40 hits, top 10 hits, consecutive number 1 hits, and the most weeks at number 1. He has sold over 1 billion records, which is more than any other artist in history. He also earned gold, platinum, and multi-platinum record deals alone with his sales in America. Elvis went on to spend the 1970s touring. Then, on August 16th of 1977, the day before his new tour was set to start, he died suddenly in his bathroom at Graceland, and his death was contributed to heart failure and drug abuse. Throughout his career, Presley made many contributions to society, some of which are still affecting us today. In 1965, the Beatles, a world-renowned music group, visited Elvis at his home in California. They held an impromptu jam session there, and it has often been said that Elvis was a great inspiration for the group. Also, in 1964, Presley purchased the Potomac, the former presidential yacht of FDR. He then donated it to St. Jude Research Hospital for them to raise funds in any way they wish. Elvis also served 2 years in Germany as a member of the U.S. Army. Elvis not only influenced many artists of the past and modern music, but also proved himself as an asset to society with his philanthropic endeavors, many of which were not ever publicized, as well as his service to our country in the military. Hopefully this knowledge will inspire you and encourage you to learn more about your favorite musicians and artists, and be inspired by their stories as well. Elvis not only dominated the music scene of his time, but also gave his time to serve our country, donated his time and money to funds and charities, and inspired millions.